The Y62 has been an awesome car to own. I get the hype around it. We have already done our 16-inch head unit, our digital dash, and we still have a lot to do, including heated seats and all sorts of stuff. But in today's video, we're gonna do the rear seat entertainment. We're gonna show you how to do it, how to install it, and get it all up and running. Let's get into it. So here they are, guys, 11.6-inch display. Now you can get 12 and 13, but I think the 11.6 is the perfect size. On the back, you have the mounting hardware. These are gonna mount into the headrest. I'll show you how that all works. And on the very side, there is a bunch of inputs. You got HDMI in and out, USB, storage cards, AUX ports for headphones, and Bluetooth headphones work on them as well. There is a lot you can do, but to really see what these things are capable of doing, we need to get them installed in the car. So let's do that. Now in the kits, this is the wiring you're gonna get. It's very basic. You don't need a lot here. It's just making it all look really neat. So this is the hardwire kit, and this is the plug and play kit. If you basically just wanna pop that into the side, plug that into a cigarette lighter port, unit will work, right? We're not gonna do that. We want them to look nice and neat. So we're gonna run this cable through the seat. It gives us 3 power wires, which we can connect to constant or accessories power to power up the units. And then they've also got AV inputs. The main part of this is gonna be making that look neat in the car, and that's what we're gonna work on. And here we have some mounting hardware. This is all car dependent, but I'll show you which one you need in a Y62 Patrol. And that is pretty much it. Let's get into it. So at the back of the car, depending on the year of your car, you will or won't have this little cover. So in the 24 Patrols, you do get this little cover, and I think in the earlier models you don't. Doesn't really matter. I'll let you know if we're gonna use it or not. If you don't have this, you can always run the cable inside this little area here. Is it gonna be easy? No, but you can do it, and I'll show you how to do it. Otherwise, if you've got this, you might even be able to just tap a little hole into it and have the cable run down. I think this is for original rear seat entertainment anyway, so there's that. We'll pull the backs of the seats off, have a look at what's going on in there, and I'll let you know. To get these off, 2 Phillips heads underneath, pops out, and then you can drop this whole section down. So we've pulled the headrest off, and this little panel here just unclips from underneath, slides up. I would say this is cabling, original cabling for if the car had rear seat entertainment as standard, or maybe for heated or cooled seats, something like that. Doesn't really matter. We're just gonna disconnect it and run it back through. But I'm thinking what I might do is just tap a little hole into the top of that with a rubber grommet, and then our screen cable will run right through that down into this area. And then from this area, it needs to go down to here where we're gonna pick up our power. So that's all pretty straightforward. And if you don't have one of these on the car, have fun, because you basically need to pull this down. You can't remove these easily, but if you work from the bottom, you can remove them. And then you don't want to cut it, you don't want to do anything like that. You just need to get the cable in underneath and pull it through. It is not easy to do, but it is doable. If you've got one of these, I think, why not use it? If it's there, use it. So once we're up to this point here, we're gonna grab our screen and the mounting hardware. These little ring things go into the side of the unit like this. Boom, boom. And then they come in and out, and there is a little lock slider as well. And then the headrest drops into those. But for the headrest to fit without it all being loopy, you grab those little rings that we looked at earlier. You find the one that fits perfectly on the headrest, and you slide it into the ring, and you pop it into here. Boom, just like that. So once we're happy with that, we get the sizing correct so that this will sit, boom, like that, and the headrest will go straight in to there. And it should look something like this. And then we can tweak up and down, left and right to get it perfect. But as you can see, we have a very nice, clean, flush fit as it is. We will work on getting it absolutely 100%. This has a slider on it, so it can go up and down. You can tilt it, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And so that is it. Now, this cable here, we're gonna run through there. If you were running your HDMI cables and all that sort of stuff, which we're gonna test first, then you will do a either bigger hole or 1 or 2, run your HDMIs through these holes. It's not easy to do, but it's doable because we've done it before. So you can do it, but yeah, we'll kick on. So behind this panel right here, there are a bunch of plugs, and right at the very bottom, boom, 12-volt cigarette plug. Blue is power, black is ground. Now on the harness, you're gonna have a red and a yellow. So one's constant power to remember settings and stuff, which the units all remember all the time anyway. So what I would do is red and yellow together onto blue and black to black. So basically just saying to the unit, your constant and accessories power is just on accessories. So when the car turns on, units turn on, and when the car turns off, units turn off, and then black straight to ground, nice and easy. So you've got to get that cable run from here, down the seat, over to there. So we've just done a quick test fit with the unit. Now, if you see what's going on here, that's the front screen over there. So I'll go and change. Oh shit, we've just lost power. Round two. So we've just got the unit connected, and as you see down here, we've got the powers done. So we've got all of the reds hooked up to the blue, all of the blacks hooked up to the black, and then we can neaten all this up later, but we just wanted to test it first. So this is what the screen looks like once it's all booted up. You do have a little light down here. You can change the color of that too. You've got music, video, all of your side inputs here for USB and all that stuff. Now what I've done is hooked up this screen to the front screen. So if I go to apps and HDMI in, what we will see on this screen is everything that's happening on our front screen. So that's sort of how it looks. So if we've got YouTube on there, you'll see it on here, and vice versa. And then from this screen, you can connect a HDMI out into the other screen. Now, I'm not gonna set it up this way, but if you want it that way, you can. You do need a couple of extra parts, which are all here. But what I've done is that head unit there can give you one video output. So we've got, right now I've got it hooked up to this, and then from this you can share it to the other screen. What I'm gonna do is have our video output from that hooked up to my digital dash, because I like having reverse camera and maps and all that on the dash. But for some people, it's more important that the kids get to see what they've got going on the front, so you do it that way. So it's really case by case. I just did that to show you how it would look and how it all works, and that is pretty much it. So I will disconnect that HDMI, and I'm gonna leave that connected to my dash. Here will be no signal, that is fine. This unit is still absolutely loaded with features. You can connect this to the internet, and then you can go back into the apps, go to Google Chrome, Disney Plus is preloaded, Netflix and YouTube all preloaded, and you can just use that stuff as you please. If you want them connected in together, you do that HDMI out to the HDMI in, or if you want them independent, which is the easiest way of doing it, you just run your power cable, mount them, run your power cable, mount them, connect them to a hotspot. Left screen can do whatever left screen wants, right screen can do whatever right screen wants. So that is a bit of a whole tangent on how it all works, but if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We will continue getting this done, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. Get a look at that. Final product, all complete, no visible wiring, the beautiful LED strip at the bottom. This is what it looks like from the front, so not an eyesore at all. And sitting in the back seat, this is what it looks like. How good is that? This thing is already set up and connected to the internet, so we can go straight into YouTube. We'll let that load. So I've just found a song here. Now the unit has speakers built in, so as you can hear, there is sound coming through. You can listen to the speakers built in. If you have Bluetooth headphones, you can connect the Bluetooth headphones directly to this unit as well. And there it is, guys. What an insane setup. We're actually really happy with how these came out. They look really, really good. And here we have our apps list. So this is everything that we've installed. Disney Plus was preloaded, so you can get that to populate here. But if there are any apps that are not on here, all you do is connect to the internet, sign into Gmail, and then you can go through and search and download any apps that you like. So it's very, very easy, and you just use everything as you please here. Can keep you entertained for hours. If you're old school, guys, there is all the HDMI and USB ports that you can dream of, so you can connect to them right there. But have a look at that. Tell me the Patrol should not have come out like that. That looks awesome. Nice and fast, nice and smooth. Oh, what I wanted to show you. So red light down here. If you want to change that, you go to settings, which is probably right in front of me. Boom. And then you go to LED light effect, and here you can change your color to whatever color that you like. Pretty cool. I like red. Don't know why, I'm feeling red at the moment. So that is pretty much it. There it is, guys. Rear seat entertainment done in the Nissan Patrol. Perfect for the TI and the Warrior. We never have passengers in the back of that car. I want passengers now so they can see and use those screens. They're really, really fun to use. YouTube, Netflix, all that good stuff. If you have any questions about them, drop them in the comments below. I'm gonna put a link in the description to take you to the website to pick that exact system up. So if you want this screen, this setup, this wiring, that system, first link in the description, or you can just jump on the website, www.shoptfb.com, and that is pretty much it. I think I went through everything. If I missed anything, let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.